Extra 500 million pounds. No, I'm joking. We have 55 HP monks, and we have been asked if we can go over these builds and start the game quite quickly because I believe one of their team members needs to go. So we are going to go over Fernalia, who's playing the condition. Playing Staff Elementalists with condition removal, healing, support, and also decapping abilities. We're going to be going over to Spooky Scary Misha, who's playing actually Necro this evening, and we do know that Necro is very, very, very underrated on EU at the moment, and really needs to change, and it has been changing. Slight change up for Misha, new class really. I know Misha's been playing Necro for a bit of time, of course, but you know, competitive.
Too much information quickly.
But
Raisin.
Yes, condition Necro, same role as prototype. Raisin playing Warrior Hambo. Nick, I just like you. Playing Hambo Warrior, because we knew this build very well. On point pressure, consistent stunning, and burning on point. EC is going to be playing an elementalist as well. Same build really, but using that dagger potential, condition removal, healing, and damage over time. Xananan going for the rifle at the moment. Looks like he's going for a rifle with the Holbrook Green to build might over time, and he's going to be rotating around the map in different ways, offering up some AoE pressure on point. Going with the bun kit, yeah, so he's going to be going for a bit more damage in his build. So
okay, since we already did them, you can go ahead and give them the ready up sign. I'm just gonna repeat. We have Tompak on a Dagger Elementalist, Celestial of course, Toad on an altruistic healing Bunker Guardian, Syndrina on a Panic Strike Backstab Thief. Prototype is a Condition Necro with the Path of Corruption, and Ilp the Condieli. Yes, you heard right. Condition Elementalist.
Indeed.
That's mush.
Indeed. Mush. I like mush. You're like mush. How you going? Don't know what my accent was there. But weird. I think it's like a mix of Northern / London. I got the London bit right because I'm from London. We're gonna start this game now, Nick. We have got 10 seconds to go.
We will, so Jebro doesn't have to ramble on weird accent-y stuff. Oh no. But we do. We are starting with the semi-55 HP monks versus Mush on the red side.
So we're going to see this same kind of similar split we saw from red team before, actually, but we have got different people coming from red up the mid. Before it was Ted Prototype, and Ted Prototype is going to go for the back point, and they're going to take him out pretty quickly with two members, Xananan and also Fernalia going onto the point. Already getting that, of course, all the caps that Prototype had, but Syndrin is coming back for support quite quickly, which is very important. And of course, with the Staff Elementalist there, you know, decap abilities are good. They interrupted that supply crate drop there as well from Xananan, but he was able to get that healing turret off, and he has actually got that knockback trait in the top tree from the engineer as well. Of course, this fight, Xananan is going to be in trouble
side. There. Yeah, a couple of conditions on him using the block ability. Next, immobilize out of stealth with the auto attack on shortbow, but nice rescue with the healing turret down. And now getting feared new burst from Syndrina coming on him, but he actually manages to stay alive. Fernalia, of course, with the support ready to go and focus on Syndrina, although Prototype pretty much same HP pool, or is it just just the Death Shroud? Never mind. Oh, and there we had the immobilized burst coming down on Prototype. Stomp happening, cap is through on the mine, and we still have a 1v1. Now, it was a 2v1 earlier, but somebody left to help in the mid-fight.
Indeed, and we have a 2v2 situation now. Syndrina is coming in because indeed we have seen the death of... it was indeed Ted Prototype, sorry. Just lost it there. We just still got this 1v1 happening over on the Henge. EC is winning that fight at the moment. Slowly over time, Tompak is going to go down. I think he's just keeping him off node, able to get a couple of ticks there. But that node is going to be contested. Blue team getting the only points on the map at the moment, and Syndrina has gone down just on the point as well. And I do believe we saw Xananan hitting really low HP. Downstate, he's actually gone down into the downstate as well. Toadie's trying to get the res on Syndrina, but the fear comes out onto him, and we're going to see, Misha does a fantastic job. We can see that banner coming out, and the res is good for Xananan, and he's going to be fine now, just going off point to get a little bit of HP back up. But EC has gone down over on the Henge to Tomcat pack, sorry.
That doesn't really matter too much, because it looks like 55 is completely clearing up on the midpoint. We do still have Syndrina with a full health pool, but that isn't really worth much because he's a thief. Red team now disengaging from the midpoint. Ilp still wants to keep it neutral, still has the hope regains some HP, but is going to immediately get focused and not going to survive that long. Syndrome on the side could stay on point, can't really go for a rest, but keeping it neutral long enough for Tompac to re-engage, and he is going for the Earth Armor res. Will it be enough? No, there we go. We have the Vapor Form to delay it a little bit further, but Tomcat, too much damage on him to res, too much damage on him for him to survive. To be honest, Syndrome now disengaging midpoint is going to go over to 55 unless Toad is really quick.
This is good from 55. This is a lot more solid than we've seen them in, you know, previous. And we need to remind everyone, this is actually a rematch from the Go For Cup that we saw on Sunday. We didn't stream this game, so we're actually getting to see the matchup now, which is actually quite nice. But it seems with Misha on Necro is actually giving them a hell of a lot more damage and actual focus on the point. Sorry.
Yeah. I was distracted by the chat because somebody said most of them aren't from 55. Well, now they are.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
That's roster changes, people. Roster changes. Now, we do have a bit of an attack on the mine point, and actually Prototype again kind of... On this map, he is a lot more looking for the 1v1s as it is on Fofire. On Fofire, he's going for the sneaky engages in the teamfight. Syndrome now coming into assist is a dying off point. Decap is coming through, but Vapor forming onto the point to delay the cap a little bit further. Syndrome now falling back to secure the hinge because we already have a Thernalia going for the decap. Now rest of the team, rest of both teams is moving towards the midpoint. Cap coming through, so turn that one around. Where will the next engage be? Looks like it's going to be happening on the hinge.
Indeed, yeah. We actually saw two players from each team just completely avoiding each other there and just like walking past each other almost because they didn't want to get engaged there. Because I think they thought they were going to come up to the mid, didn't want to waste any cooldowns. The point is theirs. Red team do have the 2 cap at the moment. Some benefit is really in their favor at the moment. Ilb is on point at the moment. He's going to be... Oh, that knockback is good. He's going to get down. A couple of conditions got more boons than anything else, but the torment is good, and also the burning, which is going to put him into the down state. Are we going to see a res hit possibly from Prototype, not doing the plague res there or anything like that? Are we going to see the good, but he is going to... No, he's gone into Vapor Form. Oh no, he's back up. He's actually okay. Sorry, I did miss that, and the knockback came out, and tiny little res. Look at how low Prototype is. The conditions, if he comes out of this shot, he is going to die, and that's going to happen now.
Pretty much immediately. A couple of dodges. Heal not coming through. Died first. Prototype too low on health to actually get the res of Syndrome. Not going to help on the side. Tompac coming in to maybe get it on Toad, but the damage almost down already. Tompac just trying to keep the cap. It is, of course, a close point of the blue team, which means they are a lot quick on the respawn, but they aren't even respawning. Pretty much dominating this team fight and just killing one after the other of the players of Mush. Now, are they really going to re-engage? They want to make the most out of this double cap with Ilp going back on point. We did have the Vapor Form from Tompac to survive a little bit longer. Res is not going to happen even with the Earth Armor activated. Syndrome on point trying to catch somebody out of position. But they are pretty much gathered together. It's hard for Syndrome to really find a target in this team, especially.
Yeah, Red team
it would be Misha,
from this now.
But
yeah, exactly. But I think Misha's actually more involved. Like, why no one stayed on node there? Actually, that was a little bit of a mistake to get some extra caps. And now we can see Toad on the point, which is really not good for them.
So getting the decap and mid. We do have Ilp on his way to prevent the full cap, but decap nonetheless. 2 people attacking Raisin on the mine point. Thernalia is going for to get some assistance on there, but that's gonna be a while. Does he have a fiery greatsword? No, is running with the Glyph of Elementalist, and now actually abandoning that attempt, going for the mid fight because, well, a little bit too late there on the reaction.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with 55, they've kind of done a 3-point push, well, 2-point push with a 1 back point defender. But the thing is, Red did pick up the 2v1 over on that node, and with the focus that they had on Henge, they haven't really picked up anything extra. Okay, they did decap mid, which is actually good, you know, so it's a bit more in their favor than it was before, but they need to try and keep it and maybe push over to the mine. I'm not sure who's going to do that. Maybe Raisin could do a little bit of a push there, but maybe they're going to focus on this mid-fight with the potentiality to take down EC. At the moment, he is looking not too good with the poison and the 2 burning stacks on him. He has got rid of that, of course, going into the water achievement. But look, Ilva isn't going to let him get away that easy. He doesn't want him to reset his health pool because he knows that he's the only one who's going to defend this node. But we are going to see a Leah come back as well to potentially help out there, actually give him some regeneration. But he, knowing that as well, that no one from the red team has pushed back over there, he's going to go for a potential decap, and we're going to see Ilb just retreating
getting
back
into
to position
position for a res with the Vapor from Syndrome actually assisting in the res, but with 2 people they were quick enough as to not be that potentially difficult with the HP pool. Now decapitate from Eternalia, no reaction so far from the red team, so he might actually get the full cap, and with the double outer point cap they will once again extend their lead, although Prototype, also being as sneaky as he is, picked up a fiery greatsword and is going for the decap on the henge, and we don't have anyone respawning from the blue team, therefore it needs to be just a reaction type of thing. Isai going for it, hesitated a bit if he really wants to. Definitely gave up the cap there, but not the full cap for the red team.
And he really could, you know, I mean, it depends. I mean, with their prototype loading up the amount of conditions on EC, he's going to need to be in water treatment a lot, you know, so he's not going to be able to do a lot of damage. But of course, their prototype hasn't got many healing utilities to use. All right, he's got his staff and he's got different ways of mitigating that damage, but he could win this 1v1 if he's very careful. But you know, EC is going to have a lot more health regeneration and he's going to be okay there for quite a while. It's still decapped, but blue team 55 HP monks have picked up a 2-cap with Toad in the down state at the moment over on mid, and it looks like 55 HP monks might be getting their own back for the Go for Cup loss on Sunday.
Yeah, we did see the battle standard come out to get the rest on the Eternalia. Syndrome got a lot of damage on that, but we definitely do have Toad out for quite a while until he can get a little bit of assistance there. So a strong enough fallback from 55 could mean they clear this up before the respawn actually happens, but nope, not anymore. Respawn coming, and they don't really have any downs. Now Toad is going to get on point, so that is not going to get capped anytime soon. But a 100-point lead for 55 is still something they can definitely work with.
Yeah, I mean,
unless Prototype gets a decap really on mid.
Oh, maybe if you can fear him off enough, which is what he's been doing, you know. I mean, EC they've just rotated back over to this node now, so I mean, Prototype's done a good job obviously over there, but no one's watching that. So if they do get any kills on the blue team, you know, it's not too bad because they can get that decap on the close. So they kind of don't want anyone to die. They want to just try and, you know, slowly get the point back. Toad is down on the other side of that point on the mine, of course. But we need to be careful. Misha needs to be careful here because very low on HP. Also doesn't have a heal for another 20 seconds. And he's being focused now. A lot of conditions loading up on him. Needs to be careful. In Death Shroud, Raisin's down. Finally is down, and so is Misha.
Double down state that wants to keep it neutral. I think now is pretty much the time where Issei should get away from the midpoint, although he is doing well, and it doesn't look like the red team wants to go for the midpoint. I would have thought they would be going for the midpoint full out. We do have Toad falling back to the henge to combat the decap attempt from the respawn there. Toad, no, the static field didn't really matter anymore. He wasn't early enough.
Down fight. Fantastic.
Well, their Prototype is going to come out ahead.
Just as, yeah, definitely. I mean, EC can use that, especially with that AoE. He needs to go into Vapor Form like yesterday, really. I mean, yeah, it's just done it now.
Decap coming out. No, we'll die. Yeah. There we go. Rally on Prototype, getting the mid cap and also reinforcements coming from the side. No real reason for them. But they are there nonetheless. Now going for the henge because they can't really give up any caps at the moment. Toad is already there, not in a team fight, but in a team fight to be double cap for the red team and a neutral. That is where red team now completely needs to commit to keeping that 1 point neutral.
Yeah, 1 to 2 cap coming in from them. Again, coming from behind, you know, by almost 100 points to potentially come into the lead and potentially...
Okay, and now they need to fall back quick. Oh, Toad is caught out. Nobody is there to assist him getting out. He gets a dodge, but the condition, just the poison is going to bring him into downside, leaving Toad kind of to die there is a pretty harsh step, especially for the next teamfight. Prototype is now trying to just wait for somebody to cross through beach and pick him off, but the engage is just happening straight through the bottleneck on the side, going up to the keep and engaging there. With the double cap, they are stacked. They can still manage it unless Prototype gets a decap or somebody gets a creature. The creature could be good for blue at the moment, but the focus lies on the mid. And there we have the decap. 30 points are in between these two teams, which could be a stomp and a creature.
Yeah, I mean, red team did come back. They actually got a note ahead again, like quick comeback there with the boss creature kill. We are going to see potential pull over on the chieftain side as well from Prototype. But
they're going to wipe in mid.
Cautious.
They're going to wipe in mid. We've got the Fire Greatsword on Toad for no apparent reason. We do see the Stomp on Tomback. No Vapor Form coming out last minute. Ilp as Vapor Formed on point. The res is not going to come out. Prototype is just trying to delay as long as possible. Vapor Form on Ilp. We do have Syndrina in position and Prototype to get the steal. And now they're really close, but just the Stomps. And the cap in a couple of seconds on the midpoint. Somebody needs to get on there. Syndrina is the person to get on there, but he can't really survive for that long. Getting a lot of damage on Spooky Misha there. Maybe the pot on the point to keep it neutral. There's not much between these teams, and if they give up the mid cap, that's pretty much over. Tompack coming in last second. They need a boss kill. When is it gonna respawn? I can't remember when it was
like
killed.
2 minutes, 3 minutes after. We've probably got a respawn very soon, but maybe not in time for the cut for the actual game. Maybe another 30-40 seconds. But at the moment, mid. Now they made a big mistake. They didn't put down Tompack because he actually rezzed at the bottom of the keep there. Misha has gone into downstate. He is back up now with the. We all second to see the banner coming out there. But blue team getting that point means that they're gonna get the game. Actually, Nick.
Yeah, they are. Another stomp. And there we go, 55 HP Monks picking up the first game. Pretty close in the end with the double cap and then actually the pretty long decap still on the hench. But not quite enough. Not quite enough. They committed too much.
It was...
I think it also was a bit.
Made a couple of mistakes.
I think in the end, Prototype wanted to be too sneaky. He was waiting here, just at the middle gate of the blue spawn and trying to hide behind a tree and pick anyone off trying to cross over beach. But nobody came crossing. They all just went straight through to the mid fight, which I have to be honest was kind of to be expected.
Yeah, that's true.
They rushed for the mid-fight, missing Prototype, missing Toad, because they weren't able to get Toad out of there alive. So that was pretty much the perfect situation for 55 to just rush into a team fight and get it turned over as quickly as possible.
I think this is a good... I think Misha is like, you know, I think it's more to... I'm wondering whether or not the change with Misha going to Necro is the improvement, or if it's the improvement is the team playing together more consistently. I mean, we note that 2 players are from Erotic Solitude Legends that we used to see that were very consistent and very... Well, not consistent, but they were quite good. They were less than consistent, actually, to be fair. Well, but they were very good players.
Raisin is representing, but I don't think he has actually played in Erotic Solitude Legends.
Yeah, maybe not. I'm not sure.
Or under a different name, that could be. But
yeah, maybe. We'll have to get some confirmation on that. This can ready up.
We need to get the inside information there.
Inside info from your hosts, Chronogaver and Jebro. This evening, the ESL Weekly Cup number 54. Guys, do not forget
where we pronounce stuff weirdly.
And we like to really give some emphasis on different words. Like
where it's probably not supposed to be.
Yes. Especially on a Saturday.
Exactly.
Anyway, the entertainment value of that has worn off. I'm
somewhat. Sure. I think it wore off kind of when we started, but
maybe before we started. I'm not sure. But getting too comfortable. We are gonna basically, guys, while we wait for the guys to ready up, make sure that you do check out the Guild Wars 2 Go 4 Cup, which is going to be on Sunday. I think we're going to be back on the Guild Wars 2 channel again, apparently, or we will be here.
No, we will be on the Guild Wars 2. channel.
Sign up, guys. If you aren't, you have the opportunity. There is no limited amount of experience needed. We are going to start the game, and Nick's going to go over the splits for us.
Yes, I will, but first the teams actually have to split. So we have Mush on the red side, could potentially equalize the score, and 55 on the blue, who could pick up the win and go towards the finals. Now the split is happening. We do see a 2v2 going to be happening on the waterfall, 1v1 now with Prototype moving over to the, well, basically Prototype and Zenana trying to get into position for a fight on the quarry. Both jump down. Now Zenana is the focus. Some damage coming down on him, but Ethernalia and Zenana have pretty good survivability together. We do see a 1v1 in mid, which is going to go towards Raisin in the end, but it's going to take ages. And then Tompact, Misha is a Tompact and Syndrina. This is pretty much the fight that is most volatile. That's where stuff could happen first.
Yeah, Misha's probably going to die over here quite quickly. I mean, with Syndrina there and Tompac, he can put enough survivability onto Syndrina that he can just continuously try and burst down Misha, which is exactly what's just happened. Doesn't really need to go for the down, to be honest. Can just damage on point. With EC, they're trying to offer up some support for himself now to try and survive this. Misha is going to die on this node, and they will pick this up soon. EC making a good decision there, to be honest, going for survive other than trying to die on the point, but that needs to happen. He needs to try and survive to get to the mid, otherwise it has been a bit pointless, and I do feel like he's going to die here. He's got a lot of poison on him. He is in a down state. He's going to reverse for that heal, and he's going to be okay. Tompac could just leave him, to be honest, and just range from the top.
On the other side, with Prototype down, Ilk might go down soon, so a little bit delayed, but 55 is going to pick up the cap on the quarry. Ilp now trying to get out, gets a little bit of heal off, and we have Syndrina for the assist to keep Zenana a little bit busy and not get him off too much, not get too much pressure off on Ilp. Now we have just pretty much seen the problem with a 2-1-2 split on this map, because with a 2-1-2 split, if any of the three fights is not going according to plan, is not going in your favor, you are not going to get any assistance. Nobody can get away from mid if they don't get reinforcements from the third point. So it's a lot of moving around there, so most of the time we just have the fights and they are just gonna go to one or the other. There is no movement on the map until the fight is won, pretty much for one team. So a bit kind of stuck in three fights if you choose the 2-1-2 split. But now it has gone to pretty much an all-out mid-fight. We do see Syndrina down, and just for the damage, he's already gone.
Yeah, Fernia actually came up to the south side of that node at the right time. Syndrina was on the top side. He actually dived straight into that whole load of bodies there and actually got completely taken out by that meteor storm on the fire achievement firebomb staff from Fernia. So that was nice timing from him coming into that point, and it was essential because now he doesn't need to worry about the respawn of Prototype and also Syndrina. So they're going to start blasting on. They're going to really nail into this point fast. A lot of damage there. There needs to be some support from 55 HP monks. They can leave this in the 2v2 at mid. They don't need to go in a 3-2v2 situation. But Zananananan is the one who's actually gone over towards the quarry, which I think is a mistake really for that matchup, because there is Necro there. There's also a Thief. Two of the worst classes really for him to go up against, and he was the one to go over there. It would have been more beneficial if they sent the Warrior over, if they sent Raisin, because Zanananan would have been fine really over on the midpoint still, and they are going to lose this node because Zanananan's gone down really quickly there.
And a warrior, in comparison to a engineer without Elixir S, is way more likely to get off like an Endure Pain res or something. Yeah,
exactly.
Zenana just tried to get the res and died while doing it. So, as you said, probably not the right move. Raisin still keeping a neutral in mid, now again in a 1v1 with Toad, and the red team is moving towards the side points. They want to get the double outer point cap because, well, the outer points are just a bit more aggressive in this game. Issei might go down soon. We have the damage on him and Thunderia coming in from the side. Is already down. Are we going to see an Earth Armor? Not really ready yet, but we do have the Vapor Form still. Could go in with another Earth Armor, but he is just going to let Issei die now and tries to keep this point neutral.
Yes, oh, Zananan is going to come in to equalise the 2v2. That's not a bad split there. That's better. Toad's coming in as well to keep the point muted. We are going to see Raisin still mid, like with Tomcat. We got the 2v2 coming in here. Misha, he's going to go down to probably Prototype quite soon, going into Death Shroud. Really at the right time
life.
Jesus,
not
that was
bad, but we could see the death on Prototype as well, going down from the conditions a little bit late on the Plague Form there, and Raisin's gonna get the stomp.
Oh, nice. That means ECE is going to be able to advance towards the quarry to get a possible decap over there. That's really good for 50.
And no one can react.
Yeah, no one at all can react because, well, Tompak's trying to. Now they have equalized that 2v2 up in mid, of course, which is good. Tompak is going to get on noded time just to make sure that point isn't going to get capped, of course. Easy
55 with a 2v1 getting has gotten the upper hand on the waterfall. Ilp is trying to survive as long as possible. A little bit of problems with the damage potential from Zananan there. Ilp could just line of sight for a couple of seconds and is back in the game. Maybe a bit premature for whoever was there to go in the into the midpoint and try to get the pressure on Toad and get the early cap in the mid. Or, well, early. We only have 9 minutes left.
But look at this. Look who's come towards the waterfall. Ted Prototype is the best person to send there versus the engineer. And look at the amount of conditions. Look how quickly he went down there. And the stun. Oh, look at that stun from Ophelia that wasn't able to reach Ilb there, unfortunately. But he did take down Prototype into the stun phase, of course, just by using that star 5 on the air achievement, which is very good timing. Unfortunately, not getting Ilb, and that's going to keep that fight kind of okay at the moment. But, you know, blue team are losing a lot of members. They've just lost Misha over in the mid, which means that Raisin is going to be alone. He is going to be joined by EC because EC gave up the quarry cap over there. We're going to see Xananan respawning to come back into this situation over on the waterfall, but needs to maybe think about doing some kind of, you know, just using his grenade kit rather than actually getting on node. But he's actually going to CC Prototype quite a lot here, which is actually not a bad little option. As long as he can keep that CC going, he's going to be okay, but needs to be very wary that also Prototype does have a lot of fears himself, and that he might be in a little bit of trouble there.
Yeah, now Syndrina is he actually engaging on Athanalia? It didn't really look like he was doing anything. Runs into the static field on the side there, and now going over to the midpoint, because on mid we just saw the stomp of Toad and only Tompak is left, and we do already have Issei on the quarry point, so there is nobody going for that, and the port from Tompak off to the side to rescue himself from dying meant the mid cap. So 55 now in a really good situation. Syndrina completely out of position there, in my opinions. Misha coming from the side, a couple of conditions on there. The burning from Issei, and Syndrina is just going to go down in a couple of seconds. Not really worth the couple of seconds of neutral unless Tompak can actually get there in time, and it looks like the stomp may take enough.
Double CC Tompak! No one's going to do it.
There we go, the port, and now he's actually going for the rest. That's a bit...
knockback and fear.
That's a bit risky, I think. Yeah, leave Syndrina to die and keep it neutral, but only keeping it neutral will not help you win the fight. We do have a down of Ilp on the waterfall. Toad going for the rest, 2v2. He is pretty assured to get that off, although the damage is pretty good. The damage is really good, surprisingly good. Toad is gonna go down, double down state on the waterfall. 55 pretty much completely gaining control of the entire map.
And this is, you know, the right time for it to happen. If we take note quickly of the time left, which was 6 minutes and 30 seconds, we haven't even hit 200 points, but that's fast changing. 55 HP monks, like Nick just said, taking really a big advantage across the whole map. Tompak has gone down over on the quarry. Ted Prototype is really the only one on the map in a position to keep a node contested, to be fair. With 2 other team members of the red team down, they're going to take the lead very soon and very shortly. But the thing is, the game is going so slowly and the points are fairly even. You know, in the next minute, that will change a lot.
Yeah,
but
it is still so close. And yeah, with the time being an issue, if time is a real issue and you're so far away from 500 points or from the magic 350 point mark on Fire, then a Lord Rush could just be to equalize the score or to get a quick bit of points in and gain the lead last second.
Yeah, I mean, red team picking up that cap as well is good, you know, because it still keeps them in the running to get enough points, maybe after another couple of minutes, to think about a Lord push, you know, rather than, but it's still not got map. They've got still got a lot of damage. It could be okay. They've got Fire Great Swords. They've got Syndroneer and Ted Prototype and load up conditions. So it should be okay. Going over to the waterfall now as well. Looks like they're going to try and pressure 2 nodes. Ted Prototype is going to range down onto Raisin at the moment, trying to keep into that into the Scepter at the moment as well. He's doing a nice job, but he's not going to be able to fear him off there anytime soon. EC is just having a look to make sure Raisin is okay. A couple of decaps happen on mid, but not anything really significant. Tompac really low on HP here with Syndroneer as well. Look at EC just pursuing at the moment Tompac as well, just using that lightning flash I think to get back towards the node to offer up some support on his team. We've got really, because a couple of different skirmishes happening around here. Zenan might back off back towards mid as well to try and finish off Ted Prototype. I'm not too sure that's the best option. They need to really think about trying to just hold on to this point as much as possible really, to make sure that that Lord Rush isn't possible for Red to do. They might be able to do it, but if that happens, blue team, 55 HP Monks will be able to successfully take the rest of the map, and the only point that is left on the map currently is for Red is the quarry. So we're going to have to wait and see for that.
At the moment it looks like Mush is lacking a little bit of damage. They got Misha down, but in an all-out team fight, if let's say we have 4 people there and at least 2 out of the 3 potential people to res do it, then Red does not have enough damage to keep him down. They just don't, unless it's a really well coordinated damage pressure from Syndroneer and Prototype together. But that's not happening at the moment, and it seems like this has gone kind of into a stalemate on the 2 team fights. They need to move around somehow and take an advantage somewhere, because at the moment they got Misha down again, but there we are, 3 people rezzing. You just can't damage against that with just 2 people left. We have now seen a bit of a risky move with 3 people going for Raisin and kind of giving up the fight on the waterfall, but they are going to be quick enough to move in into the midpoint again. Zenana on point. We do have the drop of the supply crate. The stomp on Raisin is not even going to go down. The damage is not happening at the stomp, especially it's not happening. Prototype now going for it. No res attempt afterwards, but we do now have a 120 point lead, and that makes the possibility for the red team to equalize the score with the Lord Rush pretty slim, because they are almost assuredly, with so little damage across the board, assured to give up about 30 to 50 points in the attempt of a Lord Rush.
Yeah, they need a decap for that to happen, and they need to send 2 of their biggest damage dealers to actually take the Lord out quite quickly. On me, and with 2 minutes left, blue team could actually take the win just by getting 500 points. It's a bit far out now for the guys, like literally hitting the amount of points where they, even if a Lord Rush happened, they would not be able to win the game. We got 100. Literally, it's passing as we speak. No decap came out onto the waterfall either. This is really going to be 55's game, I think.
The only thing that could happen now is that Mush would need to gain map control, so turn the team fights around, get away from this complete stalemate on 2 points, turn it around now, and keep map control with the bunker classes, while Prototype and Syndroneer and maybe an Elementalist too go for the Lord Rush. We do see the first sign of Lord Rush, Syndroneer opening the gate, but they aren't going to make it to 350 points in time. They just aren't.
No, it's not doable. There's no way. No, not now. Not never. Not never. Not ever. Not ever. Okay, anyway. But that's it. That's pretty much the game, guys. 5 points left. 55 HP Monks will be advancing to a final of the ESL Weekly Cup. Number 54.
To the final.
To the final. We've had many finals in our lives.
Yeah, but today is only one.
We've had 53 against the 54th.